5 people, 1 bedroom, no extra room, no major renovation, and probably no budget to move tomorrow. That is the kind of housing pressure a lot of families are trying to solve right now. The question is not whether the apartment is ideal. The question is how to make it livable, safer, more private, and more realistic for daily life. In this video, we are going to test 7 different layout approaches for fitting 5 people into a 1-bedroom apartment. Some layouts create a little relief. Some create more privacy. Some increase sleeping capacity. And one of them feels like the strongest overall winner. The goal is not luxury. The goal is real function under real pressure. So as we go, pay attention to 3 things: where everyone sleeps, how much privacy each person gets, and whether the apartment still works during the day. This is the problem in its raw form. The bedroom is already doing all the heavy lifting, and the living room is being forced to become a sleeping zone too. There is barely enough room for circulation, let alone privacy. Bedding spills into the main room. Storage starts stacking vertically because the apartment has to carry more people than it was designed for. Family gear, daily life items, and extra sleep needs begin competing for the same square footage. That is where small homes stop feeling small and start feeling under pressure. The biggest problems here are easy to spot: too many sleeping needs, not enough separation, poor daytime flexibility, and very little dignity for the people sleeping in the common area. So the challenge is not just to add more sleep surfaces. The challenge is to fit 5 people in a way that still preserves movement, storage, and some sense of order. Layout 1 is the first basic relief strategy. Keep the main bedroom for the adults, then let the living room start doing double duty with a sofa bed and a nearby trundle-style sleep setup. This is not the most private solution, but it is one of the easiest entry-level fixes because it works with furniture that can be pulled out at night and tucked back in during the day. The strength of this setup is simplicity. It gives the apartment more sleeping capacity fast, without needing construction, loft systems, or major custom work. The weakness is that the living room still feels like a sleep zone every night, and whoever sleeps here is sharing open space. This layout works best when the goal is immediate relief and low complexity. It is a practical starting point, but it does not fully solve the privacy problem. Layout 2 starts solving a different problem: dignity and privacy. Instead of leaving every bed exposed, this setup uses a curtain-defined sleeping nook to give one sleeper a more enclosed zone in the main living area. That changes the emotional feel of the apartment immediately. Even if the square footage does not grow, the sense of separation does. The apartment begins to feel less like random overflow sleeping and more like intentional zoning. The benefit here is psychological and practical at the same time. A curtain can divide sleep from activity, create a more restful corner, and reduce the feeling that one person is sleeping directly in the middle of household traffic. The trade-off is that curtains do not create soundproof privacy, and you still need the rest of the apartment to stay disciplined. But for many families, this is the first layout that starts feeling like a real solution instead of just a temporary patch. Layout 3 pushes harder toward the dream outcome, making the apartment feel like it gained another room without actual construction. Here, a tall divider or open bookcase becomes a visual wall, carving out a bedroom-like zone in the main space. This is one of the clearest upgrades because the apartment suddenly reads in layers rather than as one exposed room. The divider helps define territory. It gives one sleeper or a pair of children a zone that feels assigned, contained, and less exposed to the kitchen and living flow. Another strength is that the divider can also carry storage, which matters in a 1-bedroom under pressure. The downside is that you have to be careful with walking paths and light. A bad divider can make the room feel blocked or heavy. But when done well, this is one of the most convincing extra bedroom strategies in the entire set. Layout 4 is less about visual drama and more about realistic family use logic. This is the kind of arrangement built around day-to-day survival: kids' storage, organized sleep zones, easier routines, and less nighttime chaos. Instead of focusing only on how many beds can be squeezed in, this layout asks a better question: can the apartment actually function for a family from morning to night? That means sleep zones need to transition well, storage needs to be close to the users, and the shared spaces cannot completely collapse under pressure. This approach is strong because it respects routine. It is not trying to look impressive. It is trying to work. That makes it especially useful for parents with children, where the right answer is often not the most visually minimal setup, but the one that reduces friction, helps clean up, and keeps the home more predictable. Layout 5 is where we really focus on shared living with clearer boundaries. The goal here is to let multiple people occupy the same apartment while still feeling somewhat separated. That matters because crowding is not just a space issue. It is also an emotional issue. If people never feel like they have a defined zone, the apartment begins to feel stressful even when it is technically functional. In this arrangement, curtains, screens, and furniture placement work together to separate sleepers from one another and from the daytime sitting zone. This layout is especially useful when the people sharing the home need more independence: older children, multi-generational households, or mixed schedules. It may not create perfect privacy, but it creates enough boundary to lower the sense of exposure. That makes the home feel more respectful, not just more efficient. Layout 6 is the high-capacity move. This is where the apartment starts using vertical sleeping, layered surfaces, and a more deliberate stacking strategy to fit more people into the same shell. Bunks, trundles, and tightly integrated sleep furniture allow the home to absorb more sleepers without covering every inch of floor and mattresses. The biggest strength here is obvious: capacity. If the main problem is simply that too many people need a place to sleep every night, this kind of layout delivers more than most. But higher capacity comes with trade-offs. You have to watch safety, ladder access, sight lines, and the feeling of heaviness in the room. Not every family wants the main room to feel like it is dominated by one large sleep structure. Still, when the need is urgent and the number of sleepers is non-negotiable, this is one of the strongest practical responses. Layout 7 is the most transformed version of the apartment. This is the "how is this even the same home" layout. It combines multiple ideas at once: privacy, layered sleep capacity, and clearer zoning, so the apartment begins to feel purpose-built rather than overrun. This is the layout that tries to make the impossible feel solved. Instead of one room doing everything poorly, different parts of the apartment begin doing their jobs more clearly. One area becomes the stable bedroom. Another becomes the high-capacity family sleep wall. Another still preserves enough open floor and shared use to stop the apartment from feeling completely taken over. The reason this layout is so powerful is not just that it fits more people. It is that it restores visual order while doing it. In a housing pressure situation, that sense of order can matter almost as much as the extra sleep spots themselves. If we are choosing a best overall winner, the strongest layout is the one that balances 4 things at the same time: capacity, privacy, daytime livability, and emotional relief. Some layouts are easier. Some are cheaper. Some fit the most people. But the best overall winner is the layout that gives 5 people a believable nightly system without making the apartment feel permanently broken. That usually means keeping the bedroom stable, creating 1 or 2 secondary sleep zones that feel intentional, using vertical or drawer-based sleeping where needed, and protecting a usable daytime living area as much as possible. In other words, the winner is not just the layout with the most beds. It is the one that feels most livable after the beds are in place. And that is the real goal of small space problem solving. Not perfection, but a smarter version of real life when the apartment has to do far more than it was ever designed to do.